The human being was made to question his reality. Here is provided a forum that evades and rejects the mainstream media, where ideas and topics of interest outside of the norm are free to flourish and grow in the strangeness and with objectivity that is their right. Join us now for a discussion from somewhere between the real and the imagined, between outer and inner space, where things just odd enough to be the truth have a place to live, breathe, and make their home. Recorded live from the jagged edge of reality, this is JAG Radio.
Man.
Woo!
Hey, is this mic on? Is this mic on? Of course it's on. Of course it's on, man.
Is this
We're
real
back
mic?
in JAG Radio land, people.
Oh my
Holy
god!
shit.
Oh
We're in this
my
amazing
God.
studio that Dre built with this out of toothpicks.
Dre,
It's awesome.
Hi.
Dre,
pretty
I-
good. your new studio is
Shit's crazy,
amazing,
man.
man.
Toothpick studio.
Yeah,
I
you're
fucking
welcome.
it's
love
awesome,
it.
man. It's awesome. And well, welcome back, everybody. I hope we have a good show. What kind of
Doubtful.
language is that, man?
You need to have
So,
some confidence,
guys,
If it's gonna be Jag Radio, it's probably not gonna be that great.
gonna
bro.
be awesome.
You need to grow some balls.
I don't know.
man.
So
That's
they
kind of
might-
our angle.
It might be kind of cool. I don't know what we're gonna be doing today.
We might do something good today.
Well, guys, I'd like to introduce everybody to you. We got Mr. J, Sexy J,
Hey,
JD
sexy.
Marcel right
Yeah,
here.
right.
Mhm.
Mr. Angel, El
Hola.
Angelito,
Ooh.
Good evening.
and we have PBJ. No, not PBDA. No, what the hell? What?
PBL.
PBL, dude.
There you go.
PPL.
There it is. There it is.
I was thinking
Come
peanut
on,
butter
dude.
and jelly, bro.
You hungry, dude?
Yeah, I love those fucking
you
things,
so-
man.
did
I
you
still
have
love that
lunch
shit.
today?
I don't know what the hell.
But what kind of PB and J? Like an uncrustable?
Oh
like, is
no,
that suitable?
Oh, no, that's
It
not.
does make me a
No.
little hungry.
I
Oh,
don't
damn.
like crust, by the
Yeah,
way.
I don't like crust
Damn.
either.
All right. But do we like uncrustables? Just saying.
All right, guys, thanks for
Uncrustables
coming
are
in.
good.
I like
Whoa.
crusty girls. What's up with that?
Thanks for coming in, everybody. You know, we
Hey.
got a good show for you today, and that's confidence right there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we'll make everything up fucking from scratch. Serve it on a steamy plate for you.
Oh,
Yep.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, man.
So, guys, what's on your minds, man?
Dude, honestly, like it's been so long since we've been on the show, and well, you know, we apologize for all the people that are following. You know, we've been through some technical difficulties, you know, but we come out better and stronger because
Damn.
of the fact that you know we have a new studio. This is our new studio, thanks to Dre. Dre,
He built
tell
it for us.
Yeah, he built this new studio for us. And
I just
it's
figured
so
he-
fucking awesome.
I just figured he was welching on all the royalties and built us up a mansion. That's what I figured.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
Hell
that's what I
yeah.
figured.
the come up.
Hey man,
Come on.
you know what? I'll give you head anytime.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus
Hey,
Christ.
You have
man.
that. You have that on file,
I have
bro.
that on file.
You
You
have that
can record
recorded,
that.
Hey,
set.
Sloppy
Cash
head.
You
that
can
in
cash
whenever.
in at any time. All right.
why'd you have to make it weird, man?
Ah.
He's already on that level.
All right, guys. Well, let's turn it over to our guest. What's up, brother?
Nothing much.
Introduce yourself a little bit to us.
Yeah, tell us about
I mean,
yourself.
and all the billions listening right now,
Awesome.
interstellarly.
My name is PBL.
Yeah.
According to that.
My squiggly lines.
Yeah, the little
Yeah.
squiggly lines. But no, I'm a musician.
Awesome.
I try to be a music producer whenever I can.
Awesome,
Oh,
man.
wow.
There's nothing
Super
better than
cool.
that.
But for
I
the
think
most
everybody
time-
here's a musician, man.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
pretty much.
You play the guitar. He's a producer. You play the drums.
Damn right.
Dre, you
you're
fucking
doing that?
rap and
Damn.
you produce as well. You,
I play the flesh flute.
Damn. Damn.
and you said I was
Nice.
weird. What the fuck?
That's not
He
weird,
likes
bro.
giving the head, not getting it.
Everybody learns that
Now
shit
you
at
see why
10,
he
bro.
was disgusted.
And you just perfect it as you go on.
They make it weird. Oh shit.
Oh man.
All right.
get a
So,
little racing.
producing awesome, man. So, what kind of music? We're talking romanticism, ballads.
No. I dabble
Hence the
mo-
Slayer shirt that he's wearing. Yeah.
No, I mean I like all types of music.
Oh, okay,
you
cool.
know, but for the most part, I love metal. For
Right.
the most part.
Yeah.
But I also dabble in EDM and
Oh, all right.
other. I mean, just the other day, I went over to this guy's house
What?
and
Me.
literally yeah, JD Marcel here, you know, and featured him on just one of my songs. And
Oh,
whatnot,
awesome,
but-
dude.
Super
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Creativity's
No,
awesome, man.
You know what?
Yeah.
And the truth of the matter is, like, the songs that he's coming out with is, because this is the first time that you start like producing. You're just starting, right? Is that correct?
Yes, that's
Okay. it's amazing. It's
Damn,
amazing.
dude.
He's doing really great.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate what he's doing, and that's why I thought initially, like, fuck, dude, I'm not good enough. Like, I don't know what the fuck to
I'm
play.
not worthy.
Yeah, I'm not worthy. Exactly.
It's all right. You can
And-
step on him, dude. It's
but
all right.
and you know what?
Jason likes being stepped on.
I love
Oh,
being
boy.
stepped on right
Oh,
here in
boy.
this area.
Make sure you wear your
It
heels
feels
for that
great.
one, dude.
I feel like
Wear your
I'm
heels.
a
Hey,
German.
man,
Oh, you gotta
sometimes
have the stilettos.
You know, talking about producing the music and stuff, where would you guys, because I've always, since I've made music too, it's like, where do you think music or ideas come from?
Oh, you know what?
Because there's definitely, everybody has their own perspective of it, right?
Let me-
Go ahead.
Let me tell you something. Music, the best kind of music, is unfortunately coming from a dark place.
Like hurt, well,
yeah.
okay, hurtful place, you mean?
Yeah. You know,
okay.
a lot of the
Emotion.
good songs
Right.
that come out in the world are coming from a sad experience.
Okay.
Something that people really had an emotional attachment
Right.
to.
Right.
And some,
Yeah.
unfortunately, it's sometimes a negative experience.
Family.
So I would dare say, I would dare add on to that, saying that pain, right, emotional pain, has some sort of grounding element, right? Would you guys say
Yes,
that? It has
yes,
a grounding
yes.
element into
Humbling.
Yeah,
Not for
Yeah.
everyone. Not for
Not-
everyone.
That's true. That's
Yeah,
very accurate. But I think music comes. You have to be somehow cored out. Like you have to be in touch with yourself to be able to produce or create anything. Because for me, I don't know if it's like you guys, but I hear music in my head. Like there's always melodies up there.
Okay,
And it's
okay.
I always got to tap it out on the table or whatever the fuck it is, right?
Yeah.
And obviously, I'm not in a painful, environment or whatever. But you do. I do feel that strong experiences kind of connect you somehow to that stream or your core or whatever the fuck
Right,
it is,
right.
and that's where you draw shit from.
And
Angel?
the thing,
I don't know. For
Oh,
me,
okay,
for
go
me,
for it.
like I mean, you'd mentioned that most music or some of the greatest music is drawn from sadness. But I mean, I don't know. I guess I'm just not the kind of person that listens to that sad. Type
the
of
blues
music.
are the
like,
blues,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
or because I have a handful of family that the one thing they love to do every once in a blue moon is get sad on purpose. So they will drink till they cannot drink anymore.
party.
And then they will play,
Pity party.
they
Pity
will
party.
play, your chente and,
Yeah,
things like
yeah,
that. And
right.
they just really want to just have it out and cry.
Hey,
But
it's some bullshit.
They want to do that, and I don't ever have the urge
to do that.
take part in that. All the
Right.
music that I listen to is upbeat. I
Right.
need to keep it
Up.
going. So for me, it's just to hear him talk about EDM, I'm like, would have never thought it with your Slayer shirt, dude. Like, just wouldn't have caught it, right? Can't
No,
judge a
see,
book
the
by its
thing
cover,
is
though.
that I like everything. So
Yeah.
even country. So.
Yeah.
Whoa,
You like
even
country?
Yeah.
country.
Oh, yeah.
He
What
said,
are- what are
he
some
said
of the-
even country.
What are-
As if
That's-
no one likes country.
That in a sense says like even country, like it means like, oh yeah, that too.
No, because I it's just been my experience that anyone that I know doesn't like country. So
Okay.
What kind of country are we talking about? Though?
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
Dixie
like-
Chicks,
like I'd say maybe like
Take
bluegrass
this
or-
job and shove it.
I ain't working
here no
here
more.
no more. Take this job and
Shove it.
Yeah,
But
no,
but
that's
interesting.
good.
see, but that's just
Yeah.
that's society. Well, not society. It's just product of my environment.
Sure,
you know?
man.
Okay,
I mean,
for
no,
sure.
there's a ton of people that love country. I mean,
Yeah,
for me,
most definitely.
well, I hate to go into this country place, but for me, it's gotten too damn commercial. I like the bluegrass old shit, like Johnny
Okay,
Cash.
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Like that dude. Did he?
Yeah,
no, he didn't commit
actually-
suicide, right?
No,
Okay,
no,
but he
no.
died.
He died of
Yeah.
old age, man.
Yeah,
he
but-
died like
But that motherfucker was sad, man.
Yeah,
I
he-
couldn't handle that shit anymore,
See,
Angel.
nah.
It's like I used to be
It's
all
too
into the
sad.
sad shit,
Yeah.
It was
but I couldn't
badass,
handle it
though.
anymore, man.
And see, that's what I'm saying is like even in country, in any genre that you try to do, you have to have like some sort of experience where it's just like, fuck, and everybody can
Damn.
essentially
Relate to
relate to it.
Yeah.
Right.
Everybody can essentially relate to it, and that's why it becomes popular because
So-
So
let me ask you this question,
Damn, he's
because
on the hot seat right now.
well, here's the thing. This
Yeah.
is because he's talking about it that we
Yeah.
have to be able to relate to it, right?
Right,
And
right.
in order to have this kind of experience
Visceral,
or kind of this bond, right?
connective, yeah.
But my thing is how do you do that when a song has no words?
Oh damn.
Oh.
When what?
Like when a song like has no words, like
The
how
notes.
do you like how do
Yeah,
you
just
like
It's
how
all
do you
about the notes.
believe that
you,
someone
you add the sharps, you add the
And see,
There is no-
that's,
there
that's,
is no
that's the
experience.
exception right there.
There's no experience there.
So that's why I said most music,
Oh.
a lot of music, It's usually popular because it
Well-
has something that people can relate to. But when it comes to like EDM stuff, just pure music stuff, you know, where it pumps you up, and no matter where you're at, you know, you're at a show and you essentially
in my car,
feel the music. You
in my
feel
shower.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just like pumping you
best
up.
places.
It's pumping you
Oh,
up.
damn.
Boom,
Oh,
boom,
boy.
boom, boom.
Well, I mean, just
That's exactly why I said in my shower, dude.
Yeah.
That's I mean, you ever?
He's like,
If you've not masturbated to EDM, sir, let me just tell you, you gotta get on that hard style, man.
Get on it.
Get on it.
I mean, just to kind of let you guys know. I mean, obviously,
let
I
you
mean,
know.
Damn. Thank you for ringing in. There.
Let us
Great. How you
know.
doing? Man, thank you. Call in now. So, you know, obviously, music isn't lyrics, man. I mean, music is notes, and it's international. I mean, obviously, you have your minors, majors, or whatever the hell you want to do, and you know that can translate into anything theoretically. But okay, let's move on. Hey, what about some ghost shit? Isn't this JAG thing about ghosts and shit?
yeah.
Well, you know what? It is about a lot of ghost shit.
Yeah,
you know,
let's run that.
okay, so I do have a video clip that I want to show you guys, and it's of a fellow host. They're more popular than us, unfortunately.
Whatever.
But during their interview, something happens where they look. Well, it looks legitimate where they look freaked out.
Okay.
All of a sudden they're stunned, and I don't know how to explain it. And I want you guys to tell me exactly what it is that you think about this, because I want to know. Is this connected? It's not
I
connected.
wanna know.
It is.
It's not connected because
Turn it on.
Damn.
Damn.
So it's a radio show host, and it's in a different language. I think it's in German. But check this out and tell me what you guys think.
This video was taken from a live stream
Okay,
in someone's
no.
car. Two friends are singing a
Okay,
popular
not
song
this
by
one.
Adele
It's a
together
little further
and just goofing
ahead.
off one night
It's
while
at
aimlessly
like 11.
singing something
Yeah.
slowly
It's like-
material mouth and other facial.
Okay.
Two radio personalities
Okay,
are having a
so let
spirited
me go back a
them.
little bit more.
Still, that's a strange
Let this one finish.
coincidence
This
that
one's like,
begs for a further investigation. Number 5.
There we go.
Haunted radio. There's not a lot of information available about this video, besides that it was broadcast live somewhere in Albania. Two radio personalities are having a spirited discussion when suddenly they are interrupted by something that neither of them can explain.
Pjesa më e madhe janë pushim dhe
Did you guys see that?
ditë mrekullueshme që është për jashtë. Wow. Ç'është?
A newspaper flies up on its own in the middle of their conversation, and you don't have to speak the language to see the genuine surprise written all over the man's face as it
So,
happens.
I argue that you do
Still, I
need
would
to-
really
you know the
appreciate
language.
it if anyone who speaks Albanian could tell me
Okay,
what
so
was
they're
being said,
speaking
or tell me
Albanian.
more about their show if you recognize them. I've watched this video many times, and I see no strings attached to the
All right.
newspaper or anything.
That sounds cool.
Okay,
man.
so
if you live in Albania, tell me
okay.
about your tax
Okay,
plan. I'm interested
tell
in
me
moving
about
there.
your tax. That guy, okay, Dylan is chilling. You know what? I've gotten used to him, but yeah, we always kind of make fun
He's
of his
an
voice.
acquired
Like
taste.
everybody needs to know.
Let's go to
So,
McDonald's.
yeah,
Get
just
a
gotta
number
make
2.
Yeah, so
Big
he sounds
Mac,
like a
no
Cali guy,
cheese.
like straight up. But okay, I want you guys to tell me your opinions about this video, and let me start with our guest,
Oh,
Pablo.
nice.
Pablo, what do you
great,
think about
great.
this video? What do you think? You think it's J or nay?
Nay,
Nay.
Damn.
Okay, why is it that you think that it's nay?
because you don't know.
Damn.
Because you don't know. Okay,
Yeah,
that's
just
a
straight up,
legitimate answer. That's a legitimate answer. We don't know. We honestly don't know if this was set up.
It could be to promote the show.
Yeah.
I mean, just think about it. How many hits would this?
Okay, let me
Yes.
ask you this then. What do you think about their responses? Do you think because it's two talented
Okay.
individuals that
If you play it again, and if she doesn't react at all, versus I mean, because you're only seeing her. I mean, him.
him.
You're only
yeah.
seeing his reaction.
Let's
you're not
let's
seeing
let's
hers.
let's see if she reacts at all. Okay, hold on one second. Let's see.
Something that neither of them can explain.
Piesa mai madhe janë pushim dhe po e shihojnë dhe një ditë mrekullueshme që është për jashtë. Wow.
Okay,
So she
did-
kind of
she did
kind
that.
of reacts. Yeah.
Yeah.
And she said, "Wow."
I argue she had an orgasm.
On its own in another conversation.
Dre, what do you
Don't
think,
have to
man?
speak
Wow.
the language.
Dre, what do you think, man?
What do I think?
I know your response already. I just want the
I thi-
viewers to hear.
I think Drew Carey planted it, dude. I think Drew Carey planted it. I think for sure he planted it.
Oh
He's a
man.
plan.
Oh man.
So obviously Drew Carey planted this.
Yeah.
Yes.
George,
All right.
what
I
do you
think
think?
I think it was a fourth dimension poltergeist. They were lucky to survive with their lives.
So you think it's a J? You think it's a J?
Well, actually, you can think all kinds of options. I mean, nowadays everybody's a damn social whore, right? Social media whore. I mean,
Okay.
It's
you
true.
can't.
That's true.
It literally. I mean, 9 out of 10
news, fake
things.
news.
Yeah, totally, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if we're gonna go like face value and their reactions and I mean, why did that particular newspaper leave? Why?
See, that's the question. Nobody knows.
Why didn't he just
exactly
like
what
pick up the
fuck happened.
microphone and shove it down her throat?
Oh.
Right? You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Whoa.
the thing about it,
A more
is-
aggressive
Maybe he
is
just
like-
needed to go take a
Yeah.
shit and he needed something to read.
He's like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. I gotta take a
Man,
shit.
I gotta go to the shit.
I got
Give me
some
that shit. What's up?
It was the ghost of Al Bundy.
No, but you know what? If we go off the video itself, I mean, obviously it's unexplained. I mean, it didn't seem like anything really was
Like, do you
yanking
think
it,
it's
but it was very,
strange or
very,
anything like
very
that?
jerked. I mean, it was very forceful, right?
Okay,
Because that thing
okay.
just zapped out of the frame, right?
All
Yeah.
of a sudden, right?
Yeah.
Whatever that was mad.
It was quick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
So
It had force on there.
So the
So,
person
But it
that-
was only that one thing. Though.
yeah, that
that's
one
it,
thing.
just
Nothing
that
got
one thing. And then
disturbed.
nothing else
Yeah,
was
yeah,
crazy,
exactly,
right?
Interesting.
exactly.
The frequency was just right.
So it's interesting, but it's not a J or an A.
Oh damn, dude. Well,
You gotta tell us. You
I
gotta
mean,
tell us. You gotta
look.
tell
It's a
us.
semi J.
Oh, man.
I
That's like
gotta go for that one.
half
Again.
a
Semi-J.
rest.
Semi-J.
Yeah, semi J.
Hey,
That's like when
semi
you're-
J is
It's like
long
when you're getting a
enough.
blowjob that you really want.
Semi J.
Angel, what do you think, man?
Oh
Angel?
man, I'm nay all the way on this one,
Oh,
dude.
Okay,
damn, Nate,
Their
all the
reactions
way.
to me look really fake.
Really?
Like just his kind of like
Yeah.
like he looks so lost or tempted to, and it looked forced to me.
Yeah.
Okay, rehearsed. Rehearsed in a
No,
sense.
not rehearsed, just forced. Like it looked like he was trying to make it
Yeah.
much bigger than what it actually was.
Okay.
Where if something like that happens, I'm sorry. A general reaction to me, if something moves on this fucking table, the first thing I'm doing
You
is
jump
getting
back.
Getting away from
you
the
jump
table?
back.
and all this guy did was
Freaking
go, oh. And she said, and all she said was, wow.
All right.
Okay.
So those
okay.
were not genuine.
Okay, so that was the J or an A.
Yeah.
I wanted to show you this because honestly, like I looked at it and I was like, I thought that unlike Angel,
Yeah.
I thought that their reactions were genuine to the
I mean-
situation, and
Yeah.
but you know what? If we look at it again, you know, I could see where he's coming from.
Yeah, yeah.
I
It
could
looks-
see where
yeah.
he's coming from. Like, oh, wow, wow.
Oh wow. Oh. Mm.
But it is kind of trippy because you think about it like, okay, I don't see any strings attached. How is it that they did it? That's my question.
Right.
How would if it was fake? How did they do it?
I mean, I don't know, man. Fishing line doesn't necessarily. If you have the right angle and the lights are the right way, like you'll never see fishing line out there. Like
I
you're
mean,
not gonna see it.
it's a blackout background.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, but you're not gonna see that though. Like,
Exactly.
you know, or let's just take it a step further, right? Take a step further with all these green screen things that they can do nowadays.
Yeah.
If you paint that screen, that string a certain color, you can just make it disappear.
Paint it
You
green.
can edit. Yeah, you can edit it away. Like it goes away, right?
Well, that's
Like,
true. That's the problem with like
Yeah.
oh shit.
So,
That's the problem with like a lot of videos that we show on today is like it could be faked.
Well, I mean, look
the
at all these-
technology is there.
Sure.
The technology is there.
So have
And
you guys
Look
heard
at
about
alien footage, right?
Have you guys
Like,
heard about the latest fad?
what is the fed?
the eyebrows?
This guy figured out a way to. This guy figured out a way to use AI to take out the face of all the porn stars and to replace it with celebrity faces. And they're called
Nice.
falsies. And then he made an application, which I did download, and I'll be trying to figure out how to use. But then he figured out how to make an app and make it easier for like anybody to do it, and you could put anybody's face into it. You just need a few
As
angles.
long as you have their picture.
As long as you have a few angles of the picture, like let's say 50 photos, you could get it done, dude. And people are doing it with
50 photos. That's a lot, though.
Dude, you can find that on any Facebook
You
account,
know, like,
any
oh.
Instagram.
Hey, if you're really
Exactly,
dedicated,
exactly.
though.
If you're
So-
that dedicated,
The problem is people are doing
Selfies.
it on ex-girlfriends, on sisters, on
For
shit
sure.
like that.
Yeah.
super.
so
That's-
revenge porn.
sounds like
Revenge porn,
Revenge
but
porn, yeah.
with this AI.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, man.
wow.
You know
Are
what's
kidding
gonna
me?
you know what's gonna happen with that, man?
That's
What?
kinky.
It's gonna be so it's gonna be so prevalent. I mean, obviously so rampant that even when someone does make their own porn and it leaks out, nobody
are gonna think
nobody
it's
even care
fake.
anymore.
But I mean, how cool is that though? That now, you know, porn stars can actually go out there. They're gonna be making this
porn.
money, and in some cases, let's just say if this this takes off, you'd be hired as an actress, and no one would ever know that it's you.
Yeah.
It
Oh.
changes, and it changes.
Everyone would
it-
know.
No, if you're the person that's doing it, and they're changing your face,
That's
right?
true.
What I'm saying is
Yeah.
that no one's ever
A
gonna
lot of
see
people are
it.
not gonna know. Yeah.
The actual
okay.
person that's in it. You
Right.
see
So
what I'm saying? So
are you
it's-
saying
versa.
are you saying you're gonna sit in for Jenna Jones?
I'm just saying, like, I could, right? And no one would ever know, right? I just go in there, right? Do my thing real quick,
Oh, yeah.
throw it down,
Damn. Hey.
and then no one knows that I'm in that
Nobody-
video because they're going to slam somebody else's face
Isn't
on
that a
there,
good thing?
right?
If you want your privacy?
I'm saying it's going to change the game for these female porn artists.
What if they forgot to like change the thing and they just left it?
Hey Dre,
That's cold-blooded, dude.
hey Dre, does the
Oh,
AI
I film this one regular, bro.
does the AI? I mean, I'm assuming the next step is that the AI is going to be swapping out, schlongs too, man, right?
Oh.
yeah,
You know
it,
what?
it has
That's
to
the
go. It has
potential,
to.
yeah.
That's the next evolutionary step,
Well,
theoretically.
I mean, you could easily replace fucking
Ha-
5-inch arc for a fucking foot long.
just so you can make your own porn? Like, yeah. You're just fucking from across the table? Yeah.
he's
You have your face like this.
and Jay's doing some chick in the parking lot from inside the living room.
Man, just...
Yeah.
Or you guys are
Damn,
crossing
that's
swords
insane.
next to the table.
Extend.
Hey, is that it for this the ghost shit, dude?
Yeah. So
Oh, damn.
that's what I had for Jay or Nate.
All right, I got something kind of interesting along
Okay,
those lines,
okay.
right?
Yes.
So oh, whoa, dude, whoa, calm down.
I'm sorry.
So
Slow
I,
it down, man.
slow
Slow it down.
slow it down, man. So there's this one dude that I befriended a few weeks ago, right?
Okay.
And old guy. He's like 75, but really,
Wow, okay.
really, interesting. He was actually one of my customers, right? And but
Okay.
we had a super deep talk about psychiatry and psychology and all kinds of shit. So we became friends and blah blah blah. All right. So this is what the important part. We were talking about kind of new age shit like astral planes and shit like that, right?
Okay,
I always have to
okay.
bring in that shit all the time,
yeah.
right? You
Oh,
know what I mean?
yeah.
At some
It's like,
point or
hey, you
another,
want a
right?
sandwich? What about that astro sandwich?
Oh yeah.
Space burger.
What about that Astro?
Could I have cytoplasm on there?
Astroglide.
So he was saying, and he goes, George, I'm going to tell you something. This dude was actually a prisoner. He just barely got out of prison he was in there for like 45 years or some shit like that.
Okay,
So he's like
okay.
a fucking ancient old guy.
Okay.
But he's awesome. A really awesome guy. Nonetheless, this is the point. He goes, I've never told anybody this, but one time I knew this one girl that I loved her a lot, and we had to separate because I got thrown in jail, blah blah blah, right?
Oh shit.
And he goes,
Okay.
I was in there for like ever. So but he goes, I felt the need to reach out and connect with her,
Okay.
right? So he goes, I just lied in bed, right? And he goes, I just focused, I just for some reason, he goes, I just lay down in bed and decided to get real calm and just hold her just concentrate on her, right?
Uh-huh.
And he goes, next thing I know, he goes, I was standing at the foot of her bed, right, in her bedroom, right?
Wait. Okay. Hold on.
So
wait,
he
wait.
just got out of prison and he's
Okay.
trying to get back in.
Was he?
No, he had one up. He was in prison.
Oh,
He was doing this in prison.
got it.
Right, because
Oh,
you can't
my
get the
bad.
fuck out.
No.
right,
But what I'm saying is, okay, so he was in jail.
Yeah.
And was it nighttime? Was it daytime? Was he taking a nap? What's going
I
on?
think it was nighttime because
Nighttime. Okay,
yeah.
so he was trying to go to
I
sleep.
guess he went to sleep.
Or it
right?
was nighttime, and then he was focusing.
Yeah,
a
really
lot.
intently on her. Yeah, he
Okay.
told me, he goes, I've never focused on anyone ever this intense, because it was an emotional
Okay.
thing for him. So he apparently loved this chick, right? And he
Okay.
goes, he
Yeah.
never got a chance to say bye to her or whatever the hell it was,
shit.
right?
Okay.
So he just, for whatever bizarre reason, he decided to do this. He just started focusing on her and imagined being at the foot of her bed. And he said it was clear as day, as if he was standing in the room, right? He saw her on her bed.
Okay.
The blankets, the patterns of the blankets, how everything, the room was laid out and stuff. And years later, right, he got a hold of this chick, because I guess he didn't have access to her telephone number or whatever the hell it
Okay.
was. And he goes, yeah, I used to, often I used to just like, think about you a lot, right? Blah, blah, blah. And she goes, you visited me in my room a bunch of times.
What?
Wow.
Yeah, that's where it's kind of
Oh, so
trippy.
She knew.
Yeah. So in other words, his projection, I guess his focus was so strong that the astral projection thing happened, where she
Wow.
reinforced his appearance in there, right? She confirmed it. And it was kind of weird. She goes, according to him, he would tell me that, she would see him, he would say that he was sorry or some shit like that, and then he would kind of like, vanish.
Yeah.
And so what I'm gonna get to is
Holy
it's that's
shit.
fascinating, right? That's pretty
Okay.
damn fascinating. It'd be cool, because we all say, we always get that one perspective, but we never get confirmation. And that was like the first time I ever really heard any confirmation on that.
Okay, so two things that I'm thinking.
Oh,
Holy shit.
was she nude?
Wow.
Oh, yeah. I thought that was one of them.
Well,
Sorry, bro.
I mean, yeah,
Sorry.
I mean, she might have been. You never know. A lot of people sleep in the nude.
Right.
But okay, the fact
Guilty.
if he was able to do that,
Right.
Holy crap! The capability
Of
the human-
anyone.
of
Of
anyone.
anyone.
Yeah. The potential of the human mind is so amazing,
He always
so
goes that
great.
deep. Yeah.
I fucking love that. I love that. I love that
I
because
love that.
that just shows, like maybe one day, not me, not you, not us,
Whoa.
but our future
Dre.
generations
Yeah.
would be able to do something like that.
No, but we do that shit now. That's what I'm
Well,
trying to,
that's the
that's what I'm
thing.
trying to say.
That-
He
and
didn't
the-
do anything unique.
But what I'm saying
done
is
that.
like
Close his
right now
eyes.
it's not common. Right now it's not common. But maybe it'll get to a point where eventually all human beings will be able to do that because
But I think we do that already.
no,
That's
no,
what
no.
I'm trying to say.
No, I'm talking about all human beings and everybody knows about it already. Like it'll be a norm in
Oh,
in
a norm.
essence.
Right.
Yeah.
That's gonna be.
No one will send emails anymore.
Yeah, exactly. They just appear.
People
Like,
would just show up. Like,
Oh,
hey,
damn.
what
I-
the fuck, Jason? Get the fuck
Come
out
on,
of my
dude.
room.
Let's
Like-
get it going.
Yeah.
Right? People are gonna have
But
to-
interesting.
No one's gonna sleep nude anymore.
Another thing that
Yeah.
I was thinking, like,
Jason's
holy
gonna
crap,
be at the foot of every bed.
She agreed to meet
No
with
more
him
say.
after that.
No, it was a phone call. I think it was a phone call.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Yeah, well, either way.
Years later,
But either way, the thing is,
I would be freaked out. I would
yeah.
be freaked the fuck out if that shit would happen. Like, oh, I saw you and then you disappeared. What the fuck?
Yeah.
I don't want to talk
When
to
you're
you.
in the shitter, really?
yeah,
You know?
Yeah, you want somebody to just beam up.
It's like, hey, where's the toilet paper? The shit's getting handed. It's floating across the room. It's handed to you. But you know, but
Oh,
but
man.
interesting
you have some
enough,
skid marks there.
the interesting enough that the guy was saying that he got really freaked out. Like it was really freaky for him, and he got so scared that he never tried it again. And obviously like mortality, like it's a mortality thing, I guess, right? Because things become so vivid that you may like say, son of a bitch, man, I may not be getting back. Right?
Yeah. Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Wait,
That
was
makes
that
a lot
one
of
the
sense.
realizations that he
Yeah,
made?
he had. So that was a realization he had. It was like it was too real. When that chick told him that he did that, it freaked him out so much that he thought he'd probably die or some shit if he did that again.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Like his soul will leave
you're-
his body?
Yeah, and that's
Yeah,
it. You're
that's
done.
it.
It,
just
like,
be done?
nope, you can't get back. You're dead.
Oh, no.
You're
Well,
dead,
when,
homie.
when a person passes,
Right?
isn't there like a difference?
Yeah,
Like
theoretically,
even-
yeah.
Theoretically,
Yeah, but
Yeah.
he's not gonna know that because he's never died before. He's
Oh
only-
my
but-
God! Here
But
we go.
maybe that point one,
Yeah.
it's just
Yeah. No.
him actually leaving.
Right,
And-
it's like an electromagnetic
right
field or some
so
shit.
an out of body experience.
Right. So
For sure, dude.
So
Astral
absolutely.
that has to be the
Uh-huh.
one fucking thing that leaves. That has to be your soul, man. I
Wow.
Tiene que
guess.
ser tu soledad, brother.
Oh,
Maybe.
soledad.
Tiene que
maybe.
ser.
Soledad.
Have you ever experienced anything like that? Like an out of body experience?
Oh, I thought you were gonna ask me if I've ever seen anybody been at the foot of anybody's bed just watching them sleep.
especially
I have,
naked.
but I'm not gonna say when or where or how many times.
Was it me, man?
I don't want to be judged. Just know I had a good time.
That's wrong.
That's all that matters.
Dude, but you know what? Honestly, that's amazing. Like, if he was able to experience something like that and he feels strongly about it, like I said, dude, it's the potential that we could all achieve, man. Like, and I've always found that fascinating. The evolution of human beings is what I'm after. I want all of us to evolve to a point where we'll be able to do that, or we'll be able to move shit with our mind, or
that's funny that you bring that up because I think that is the potential that we all have, right? And we don't know it.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Because if we knew that shit, if we knew
You
it,
harness it.
we would be a fucking different person, man.
Oh,
Yeah,
I don't think
there's
we- I
anything
don't
that
think
we
we'd
like
be
doing.
different society.
We like
Yeah,
we
mastering
would be,
everything.
literally.
I had a dream. I had a lucid
Oh,
dream
damn.
one time where
Is this your speech? I
Those
had a
are
dream.
awesome, by the way.
Yeah.
I had a
Control
lucid.
everything.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I had a lucid dream, and I knew I was dreaming in the room. And for some reason, I was on a friend's block on San Juan. Okay.
Right. Okay.
The name of the block was San Juan, and in this dream, I was walking down San Juan, and I see an individual walking down the street towards me.
Was it Dre?
Was I singing Dua Diddy?
It was Trey, and he was singing Dua Diddy. Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
But in the dream, I knew it was a dream,
Right.
Yeah.
and I was like, okay, I'm dreaming, and then I just went like this, and the individual.
Damn, he was singing.
The individual
Uh-huh.
flew across and hit the tree across the street.
Damn,
and then
you're
fell
violent
down.
and shit?
Dude, why'd
Yeah,
you do
I
that
was
to
Why
Dre,
you violent,
bro?
bro?
Because I knew it was a fucking dream, and I was like, okay, I could do whatever the fuck I want.
I bet it was Sal. It was Sal, huh? Poor Sal. Jason, why?
Nobody knows who Sal is.
Yeah.
But you know what? I knew
Terrible
it was a dream.
ideas.
But the thing, at the same time, like, since I knew it was a dream, I knew I wasn't really harming anybody. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna fuck around. I'm gonna do whatever I want.
Right.
But if somebody can do that, in real life,
Consistently.
consistently, yeah, then there's two potentials. There's the potential to be a good individual who is able to
He's
to
a
manipulate
man.
matter.
You're talking
Or-
about the Force.
Yeah.
now.
to,
Jedi mind
to
trick.
manipulate
The
matter for good,
Midichlorians, dude.
or
Midichlorians.
to manipulate matter for evil.
Yeah.
to
Yeah,
do whatever the
And
fuck
that's
they want.
always the age-old question when you get power, right? Like, what do you do with it, right? Like, look at a guy. Look at all.
Right.
Look at guys like Iron Man and Batman, who
Oh,
I
damn.
was told by someone this week are not considered superheroes, and I'm like, come on, dude, they got to be the most super of all
No,
heroes.
because they're
These
human.
cats,
It's
these
because they're
cats are
human.
choosing to put their human lives on the line.
Right.
They're using all their billions of dollars. They're using all of it for a good cause.
Okay.
And not just kind of enjoying the fruits of their labor of everything that they built and just, coasting through life like some kind of asshole.
Right. Yeah.
Like we know all billionaires to be. Like billionaires are assholes.
How do you explain like then
Damn.
evil villains like the Joker? Like, I mean,
Some people want to watch the world burn. That's like the most classic thing
yeah.
you can say, right?
That's true.
The-
That's
They
very
just
true.
want to cause
It's
havoc.
a healthy mindset.
Sure, like you just want to see. You just want to watch a ripple effect.
Do
You
you
want to
think-
see how your actions affect large scenarios.
Okay.
And the more attention that you get from what you've done, the bigger you'll go next time. The wider it spreads. So these guys have like these sick. They're
You
for lack of a better term,
understand.
they're just selfish. They're very selfish. And
Narcissistic.
Now,
And narcissistic,
I'm
thank
gonna
you.
go
Yeah.
real. I'm gonna go into politics right now. Do you think that that is associated with terrorist groups around the world? Is that the same concept?
They commit those acts so that they can get
that
notoriety
recognition.
and,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
and recognition.
Okay.
Well, yeah, and they'll
Yeah.
even,
That's why they
send
kind of
in
say,
their
yeah.
recognitions like, oh yeah, we want credit for this.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, it's a form of there's power by love, right? And there's power by fear, right? And that's what I heard about what's his
Fear
face,
moves,
Ung, right? He, the North Korea dude.
Tell Tell
Kim
the audience
Jong-un.
about
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but he his dad was kind of loved, right? His grandfather and his dad were kind of loved when they both croaked.
Right.
He tried to emulate what they used to do, which was try to get the respect of his people through that route, right?
Yeah.
But it kind of didn't work out that way, right? So he does it through fear now, right? So that's why he's kind of going kind of neurotic with all these fucking missiles and shit.
Okay.
And killing all of his his officials and family members and all that shit because
See-
he wants power through fear, right?
Right.
I mean that's as valid, I guess, but that's kind of fucked.
He's losing control.
How old is he? How old is he?
He's in his
right
30s, man.
now? He's in his 30s.
Yeah.
The kid, dude.
Honestly, when he grew to power, like,
Well, he
what-
kind of had to step in because his dad
had
had
to.
He had
Yeah.
to.
Yeah,
He had
but
to.
choice.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But he wasn't
So-
ready.
Yeah, exactly.
He's just not
That's
ready,
my point.
man.
That's
Like,
my point. Like
yeah.
he wasn't ready for all of this responsibility.
He's got a shit ton of advisors, though. Like,
That's true.
He's surrounded
That's
by a
very
lot of
true.
people,
That's
and
very
any
true.
country isn't run by a single person, right? Like, as much as we want to hate Trump, we know that there's a lot of people, in Congress right now that are kind of slowing him down,
Right,
For lack
right.
of a better term, right? Like, just
And maybe for
Yeah,
good
you know,
pump the
reason,
brakes,
you know,
baby.
that's-
Pump the
You need to
brakes.
chill,
that's a
man.
good point that you guys brought up too. Talking about politics and stuff. I've always wondered, like, we're obviously, regardless of the country, right? You would think, everyone involved would kind of unite somehow and try to make the country better, right? And knowing that, when you're going left, someone's trying to tug you right, right? I mean, what the fuck is that, right? What the hell is that?
I don't know what is right.
Is that yeah? See,
Yeah,
that's
that's the point.
that's
the
it.
point.
That's
that's
the
a
whole
valid
thing, right?
that's a valid question, right?
Yeah.
So, but couldn't everybody just fucking talk to each other and fucking figure out something that
Obviously
right?
not.
I mean,
No.
it's all everybody's shaking their head, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
but
not
it's all
possible.
Well, see-
egos, man. It's all egos,
absolutely,
right?
it's ego. So, all right, this brings me into what I wanted to talk about today. This is perfect
damn,
segue.
it's
Perfect
yes.
segue. So, I recently experienced something over social media that was kind of a bummer. It was kind of a bummer. I had posted something about that kid Brock. Do you guys remember Brock? He raped some girl in college. By a dumpster.
Football star.
Swimmer.
Swimmer,
Yeah,
there you
yeah.
go.
But kid got off scot free. Maybe did like got sentenced to 6 months in jail. Only served 3. In a low security facility or something like that. Whatever. But the point is that he got off, kind of easy. If you ask me, for rape, like he got off kind of easy, right?
It's always the
but
villain.
a lot of times the
Disgraceful.
prison systems are so overrun that.
So that was what the post was about. I'm
Right,
just setting
right.
that
Yeah,
up,
okay.
right? So anyway, one of my friends on there decided to come on, and he said, I think it was in relation to something else I brought up about a young girl who she had been used as a sex slave, sold to
Like
someone,
trafficked?
Yep. And then throughout her entire like youth,
Yeah.
and then finally mustered up the courage in her teens to fight back. And so she defended herself. She ended up, I think she stabbed the dude or something like that. And now she's in prison because she stabbed that guy.
Yeah.
Or-
So
She's doing a pretty harsh sentence.
Yeah. No. What I heard from that sentence is that she's doing life in prison.
There you go.
Because
Same
she
country?
decided to defend herself.
Same in the
Here.
U.S.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
I believe she
She's-
was like 14 at the
she's-
time.
Yeah.
But it's probably because she stabbed the dude, man.
I'm saying that's exactly what
Yeah,
it is.
but-
But I mean, this is what
Yeah,
kind of
okay.
came about to this situation is that
Right.
one of my friends, he said, speaking about the young lady, he said, yeah, wasn't she a prostitute? I believe is what he said. Wasn't she a prostitute? And he's like, I know rape is wrong, but maybe don't fuck for money. And that was what he put out there, right? Which totally, to me, knowing the individual that was kind of talking to me, like he was kind of trying to make a joke. Like he's just
Yeah.
like involved in the conversation. It was just something that would be said otherwise, right? But somebody did not take that very well. Somebody got really, really
Dre?
upset. And I'm not going to name names,
Yeah,
right?
dude.
But they got really upset over what that person said, right? And how they said it. So then they just immediately start attacking this dude and telling him that he needs to stop victim shaming and that or victim blaming, I should say, right? And just, I mean, totally got on this dude's case over Facebook.
Right.
Doesn't know him, is a friend. Both of these guys are friends of mine. They don't know each other, but it just it got out of hand really quickly.
Right.
And it was over something that I don't think friend A really meant, right?
Right,
it wasn't
right.
supposed to be.
Well,
He didn't want to put it out there that way,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
that's how this guy read it, and so it trips me out because in that moment, these two are, kind of going back and forth with each other, and I let it alone. I wasn't touching it. I'm like, all right, dude, like I see your point of view, I get you, and I see where you're coming from.
Right.
You're not looking for a fight, and you're not exactly looking to offend anybody with what you said. He even in his comment, the very first one about prostitution, he even said that I believe he said no, rape was wrong. I know rape is wrong, but maybe don't fuck for money. Which I get everything that he was trying to say. Basically, it's a numbers game, right? Like that's what he was trying to say.
Yeah.
You have a higher percentage of getting raped if you're in that sort of business.
Right. Okay.
That did not apply to this young lady because she wasn't a prostitute, not voluntarily, right? She just got sold into it, right? So forcibly. So it's a little different. But again, he just didn't have the facts straight, and he just kind of said that. But when friend B came over and just started attacking this dude, right? I stayed out of it. I'm like, this is you guys' thing. You guys are adults. You'll figure it out, right? That didn't happen. Then I start getting private messages about how disappointed the individual is in me because I didn't come in, yeah. And I get tagged on some posts saying that, that I need to check my friends because I have misogynist friends and, just all kinds of crazy shit, dude. And I'm sitting there like the whole time. So this dude's like a social justice warrior, right? Like, and it's kind of what he does all the time. He does it all the time. And I mean, yeah, man, he's fighting the good fight for sure. A lot of the things that he's standing up for, I mean, I gel with, right?
Yeah.
It might be a little bit sensitive for me, like a little too much. You get a little offended too easy by those things.
So what's your fundamental perspective of it? Like what I want to mean is get to the ground floor.
So for me,
yeah,
I just, and this is one of the things that I learned a while back, and certainly during election time in 2016 was probably when I was learning. I learned it the most. So not that long ago, right? Yeah. But I learned that if you want anyone to hear you at all, just don't attack them first. Just don't condescend them. and don't be mean. Don't use a shit ton of exclamation points. Like,
Right.
Just there's
Don't
always a
bring yourself
casual
down
there's
to
a
their
casual
level.
way
In
to
other
go
words.
ahead and have a conversation with somebody
Right.
and really get them to hear you.
Yeah,
Because when you start doing that, your ears just shut off. This guy's being a dick. I'm not gonna listen to anything he's got to
Yeah.
say. Fuck this
Yeah.
guy.
You know, it's funny. I don't hear you guys laughing. What the hell? Just kidding.
It sounds like you're saying that at me.
Whoa.
I did point at
Dre.
you.
Damn,
Yeah.
Dre. Damn.
Ladies and gentlemen, I didn't want to say it, but Dre was friend B.
Yeah.
by the way.
Obviously, on social. I mean, on any arena where words are exchanged, a lot of people don't have the capacity of interpreting information.
Sure.
Right. So that's what happened. That's
Well,
all.
yeah.
I mean, you know that person intimately that kind of made a joke and the other person didn't. Right.
Yeah.
That's all.
Took
that's
it
all.
seriously and took it too far. Unfriended me.
Right.
Oh wow!
I'm serious, dude.
Wow.
This thing got out of
That
hand.
is not a
Okay.
mature
Dre, refriend him.
mentality. I'll tell you
Absolutely
that.
not. And I even welcomed the verbal conversation. I'm like, look, I'm not gonna, because I finally responded to one of the messages that I was being sent. I didn't jump into the conversation thread publicly
not.
on Facebook.
Right.
All I did was, put a gift comment of Michael Jackson eating popcorn. Right. That's the only thing I did in that moment. Right. But on the private message, I said, look, I'm not gonna get into this with you right now. I'm like, you know me. If you really want to have a conversation about it, we can do that, because I think we can do better having a conversation than we can doing it right here. Why are we doing it this way?
to do it.
That's
Yeah.
the problem of social media.
Yeah,
I don't like
everybody
social
gets
media.
brave
No.
behind a
I
keyboard.
mean, communication
Yeah,
is
that's
about
true.
what, like
That's
70%.
It's one directional, man.
I mean, just interpreting a person's stance. Or,
Yeah, or how
Oh,
they
for
how,
sure.
how they
There's
spelled a
tone,
word.
Uh-huh.
You know.
But whenever you text or you
It's all out of
type, you know, it's
context,
like-
dude. You can
Exactly.
you can take it anything.
It's
yeah.
very true.
Yeah.
A lot of things are misinterpreted over social media or text or whatever.
And now you got emojis too. God
yeah.
damn it,
Damn, dude, I'm
Hey,
sorry.
God damn
emojis
it.
are awesome though.
they are good.
Oh,
So
damn.
They're not as good as
Oh,
gifts.
It's
Oh,
true.
I love
but
gifts.
You know what, Angel? You took the right direction. I honestly, like, that guy shouldn't have taken it so far.
Well, you don't know the guy. I mean, obviously, if you said he's had a habit of doing this,
Yeah.
that's his pulpit, man.
Absolutely.
That's
No,
where he.
That's how
where-
he gets his points.
That's his.
Yeah.
That's his superhero
Well,
stance.
what I'm
Absolutely.
saying is
He's
that
defending
it
the world.
shouldn't be
He's
his
cleansing the world.
pulpit. Like, he shouldn't take everything
Well,
to
you
the
know,
extreme.
it's funny. You know, social media is a really unique medium. I try to stay out of that bitch, man. I don't like that shit.
Yeah.
Right? I'd rather talk to
It
someone
keeps
directly.
you connected. That's all.
Yeah, I don't
Essentially.
know. That's,
Actually,
that's valid. Yes.
It's true.
That's-
And
you
some
know,
people
true.
put their lives out there, so you really
Yeah.
get to know them. Just
A
few
little
of 'em.
bit.
I guess,
Yeah.
man.
But
yeah.
I mean, everything has filters. Everything.
Sure,
You know.
Right.
sure.
Yeah.
Right.
You never know.
But that is it's a I want to say it's a superficial forum for some reason, right? Because
No, yeah.
I bet you that person that blew up it's probably not like that in person.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, see,
Absolutely
isn't that
not.
interesting? What
Absolutely
what
I've never seen that dude get fired up.
yeah, so what
person,
is it?
ever.
What is it? Is it that filter? Is it that wall that I can
Yeah,
just
it's
shoot?
a mask.
I can
It's a mask.
shoot and
Well, no,
Yeah.
I mean, okay. So listen, I can go out somewhere and I can have a conversation with somebody,
Yeah.
and if I don't agree with them, we're gonna have that conversation
yeah,
either way,
that's all right.
Right.
Because fucking that's what people do, right?
Uh-huh.
Adults, that's what we do. We
Adulting.
talk, and then we don't always have to agree with one another, right?
Yeah, but
it's a conversation that we're having, and
Right.
I'm gonna hear you, you're gonna hear me, and then that's how it's gonna go, right? But some people, with the opinions that they have, they're not gonna be able to for lack of a better term, you know what I mean? They're not gonna be able to just go ahead and spread their wings out, you know, like really peacock it up and get in somebody's face. They're not gonna do all that
Right.
physically,
You know,
because they're afraid of, you know, what the implications are, or what the repercussions will be from that conversation.
And that's
But over a
exactly-
keyboard, there's no consequence for anything that you have to say.
That's exactly why.
Whatsoever.
I
There's
think,
no
like,
face-to-face.
There's an evolution of people right now with social media. What's going on is like in person, they're an introvert. They're not able to speak whatever
Right.
they want
Sure.
to say.
dude, I got
True.
a total
But
story on that.
over social media, extrovert to the max. They'll say
Absolutely.
their opinion. They don't give a
Right.
fuck.
Yep.
And they're gonna say exactly what they think. In person,
Not so
valen
much.
verga.
Valen
Like
verga.
they're not gonna
Damn.
say anything.
That's
Yeah.
a telling
And so
sausage.
people are evolving to that level
Yeah.
with the help of social media. That's what's going on right now.
It's interesting. I do like web development. I make websites and stuff like that. And, that's our website isn't currently up, but I'll eventually get to it.
Oh yeah,
yeah. But
that's just gonna be the longest running joke.
Really bad.
So quite there.
I had
a few more bricks.
I had the opportunity not too long ago to have a discussion with this what the fuck? What do they call those guys that a rehab physician?
Okay.
Right?
Oh, okay.
And this guy was really cool. I mean, really, really brilliant guy, man. So I decided to have, we had like a 15-minute conversation. So I was discussing, because I kind of know how technology kind of works, where it's designed to be addictive. Right?
No shit.
It's specifically designed for that, right?
Really?
So, because I know, right? I know. Damn, that seemed almost sarcastic, Angel. Oh my god.
No fucking way, dude.
So this guy was saying that, I had to go on a tangent and ask him if the opiate epidemic is a real thing. He goes, yeah, it's super bad.
Okay.
Yeah, all right, that was enough of that. So then, that was my public announcement right there.
There it is.
So, we're talking about addiction and stuff, and I go, obviously, apps are designed to be addictive, right?
Sure.
Anything obviously technical or
catch your
phones,
attention,
it's super,
and
super
continue,
addictive.
Yeah.
So, like addressing what you were describing about people. They're super like extroverts in the system, right? When they're plugged in, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
But in person they aren't, right? So I was asking, from personal observation, I asked him, I go, do you think people are losing like social skill? And he goes, absolutely.
Yeah,
He goes,
sure.
The
course.
ones that are really just prominent in that experiencing that diminishment is millennials, dude, right? And even what is it? What's the next one down? Z or double Z or triple X? I don't know which is the next generation.
Generation
Not sure,
Z.
man.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Is it
Y
Y now?
Okay.
Is that younger kids? I don't know.
Those
man. Me neither.
motherfuckers.
I thought it was triple X. So, and I was asking. So I go, obviously, when you have a vulnerability in social skill, there's obviously anxiety involved, right?
Right.
And he goes, oh, absolutely. I go, and I had the opportunity to speak to this other kid, but on a kind of a similar subject. But the point is that I go, so I'm assuming people need an escape when they feel anxiety, right? And he goes, oh, absolutely. That's why everybody goes to their phones.
Sure.
He goes, obviously it shoots off endorphins. Those
It's
little
a nerve.
Every
single one of those likes
the
gets
likes
you
and
lit
the
up.
following and all this shit fucking blows you up, right? He goes, there's
sure.
nothing that can compare to that anymore. He goes, almost
It's instant.
even drugs are all kind of like not even compared to that nowadays. So he goes, I'm seeing a super epidemic with all these kids on fucking heroin and shit.
Oh wow.
And just getting to that point where the anxiety, the social inability of having discussions with humans,
Sure,
is a fucking
it's fading
problem,
away.
dude.
It's super problem, man.
That's fucking
It's
trippy, and that's
super
why we're doing this
problem.
on radio, everybody. So, you won't ever
So
have
that you
to
guys can hear
see
it.
us in
Honestly,
person.
like because kids today, they're indoors most of the time. They are on their Xboxes or PlayStations.
Yeah.
They are indoor. I would call them the indoor generation.
Damn.
And that's overlapping with our generation as well. Maybe not your, George.
Yeah, I don't know. What is this flick book? I don't even want to know what it's called anymore.
Well, I don't know, man. Like my
Flipbook?
younger brother, right? Like he's like big on those things. He's got his own like little Twitch account, and he like
Okay.
goes on there.
Yeah.
And when he's on, and he's here with whomever is following him at the time, man, that guy is a social butterfly.
Right.
Behind the sticks,
Right.
with that camera on him and his little mic on and doing all that. He's like all over it. But you put that kid in a room with other people, and he is the like he is
The
just
quietest motherfucker there.
kind of just staring at everybody awkwardly. You
That
know what I'm
is
saying? Like,
trippy,
and
dude.
it just is
That
what
is
it is.
absolutely
It's a comfort
fascinating.
thing. And so, like, for some people, like I'm saying, right? Like me, you can put me in a room anywhere, bro, and I'll be all right. Like, I'm going to go talk to anybody, anytime, anywhere. Like, that's okay with me. I come from a world, I did a really good job as a bartender and a server because I'm real good with getting chummy real quick.
I was gonna say,
Hey,
right?
man, I like how you
know?
touched me, man.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying, and I enjoy that. but not everybody does.
So
true.
everyone, so the moral of the story is don't text, touch.
Yes.
And that's another Jag
Yeah.
Radio
Get in
public
person
announcement.
with everybody.
Go with the face to face.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to our first episode back in the new studio.
The show that almost
on the-
didn't happen.
The show that almost didn't happen. On the Super Audio Network YouTube channel. Check us out on Facebook /Jag Radio and on Twitter @Jag Radio 1. Unfortunately, the website is not up yet. But George, take it away.
Yeah, pass it along to Angel. All right, thanks everybody. Be good and thanks. Bye.
Yeah.
Thanks, Pablo.
Thanks, Pablo. Thank you,
Thanks,
Pablo,
Pablo.
for
Thanks, Pablo.
joining
See,
us.
that's why Dre's a producer, man.